Hello, Mega Dudes. I am officially back with more Mega News today. And I got some very exciting news because today over at E3, EA has officially announced a new Star Wars Battlefront. Yay! Yeah! I'm so excited. It's been years since we've ever seen a Battlefront game. And Battlefront 3 was supposed to be released 3 years ago, but I guess that never happened, so what a pity. Poor pandemic. They went bankrupt, and now they can't be resurrected again. This officially sucks. Oh well. But in other words, however, Star Wars Battlefront has actually been announced at E3. So here it is. A tiny snippet of video has revealed one of the first games from the EA Star Wars partnership. As many suspected, DICE is taking the reins of the Star Wars Battlefront franchise, leveraging the studio's expertise with Battlefield and transferring it to the Star Wars universe. At today's EA press conference, DICE showed a brief snippet of action that appears to be a ground view of a soldier fighting on Hoth, as well as a rebel snowspeeder, which crashes into the ground in an AT-AT foot that slams down nearby. Unfortunately, however, no additional details were provided. But hey, at least it's exciting to hear that Battlefront is once again an active project on the way. Yeah, it should have been finished. I mean, come on. LucasArts had to fuck up the project by having it 99% complete, and yet they had just had to cancel it for financial reasons. Fucking pathetic, LucasArts. I am very disappointed in you for this. Despite the fact that you have completely died, I guess I could possibly try and trust EA with the Star Wars license. At least, I hope. But now that I have gotten all of that out of the way, let's start getting a list of all the things that I, especially everyone else, wants to see in Star Wars Battlefront 3. These are the features that I would love to see the most out of everyone's suggestions. So, here it goes. Number 1. Mixed factions. Because I really wanted to play as the Empire and fight off against the droids in Battlefront 2, like in the campaign, I want to be able to mix up some factions, like have the droids fight the rebels or the Empire, and have the clones fight the Empire or the rebels. But not only that, I would also love to see some new factions, such as the Geonosians, the Twi'lek people, the Tiberian Cyber Legion. Yeah, that's actually a pretty awesome one. But yeah, I would love to play as different kinds of eras mixed into one. I would love to be a stormtrooper blasting the living shit out of a clone trooper or a droid. That would be really nice. Number 2, customizable characters. Character customization is not really that common in games like these, but personally, I would love to give some of my troops a personality of their own. Much like make your stormtrooper red, or give your rebel trooper some black camo, or maybe you would love to give your clone trooper a specially highly upgraded rocket launcher, and give him a cloak as well, so he can turn invisible and sneak up upon his enemies. Well, that would pretty much be for a sniper. Or maybe you could be a Magna Guard that actually not only has a heavy blaster weapon, but also has its staff, like it does in Star Wars Episode 3. Yeah, I would love to see some new weapons as well. But unfortunately, maybe this might not be the thing that many people have suggested. So, in all respect, I'm not really that much in favor for custom loadouts. Only customizable characters. Number 3, Destructible environments. If Battlefield can actually have some destructible environments with the Frostbite engine, then if Battlefront 3 runs on a Frostbite 3 engine, it can actually have extremely destructible environments. That would be really nice to have. In fact, I actually love to see some destructible environments, such as the Renvar Citadel and Mustafar, as well as the Yavin Temple, Hoth, pretty much almost any map I can possibly think of. In fact, I think a Frostbite 3 engine for Battlefront 3 would actually work really well. Prettier graphics, more extended gameplay, and destructible environments. It would feel a little bit like Battlefield, but it would be really interesting to see destructible environments. Number 4, a customizable campaign. I know, this sounds extremely complicated, but to be honest, I would actually like to have a customizable campaign, because in Star Wars Battlefront 2, there was a campaign that you could do, such as the story about the clones, and then the Empire. And yes, all of these maps are pretty much based upon the movies themselves, with the final mission being Hoth, which I really loved a lot. But the thing about this customizable campaign, however, try to make it at least a little complex, DICE, by having there some generic, missions in every level, such as capture this, bring it back here, destroy this, protect this, kill this guy, protect this guy. Well, that's pretty much protecting something or destroying something, but capture this command post, destroy those vehicles, etc. Possibly anything that could really be in a campaign. Well, I'm not really entirely sure what else I could think of for a custom campaign, but having some generic ones, as well as some, original kinds of objectives, and I don't mean like the kinds of stuff that you originally had. I'm talking about something new, like something like new objectives, instead of just the same exact generic ones that I've mentioned. But yeah, a customizable campaign would actually be interesting. Even some people thought it was a pretty good idea. The only problem, however, is, I know exactly what you're thinking. This sounds extremely complex. And personally, I can respect that. If you don't want there to be a customizable campaign, so be it. You can deny it all you want, as long as you don't think it's a dumb idea. But either way, a customizable campaign would actually be really nice to have in Battlefront 3. And number 5, the one that everyone wants the most, land-to-space combat. Since Battlefront 2 only had dogfights in space, and Battlefront 1 had only dogfights in certain areas, there should be some land-to-space combat. And I would really love to see this, because not only did the gameplay trailers make it look interesting, but it actually seemed like some kind of new feature that the game was supposed to feature. Why did I just say feature twice? Oh my god. But, I am really in favor for land-to-space combat. Bringing a dropship all the way down to the atmosphere of a planet you're battling on, that's actually a really cool thing to have. And that's exactly why everyone was suggesting this constantly on not only just some maps, but possibly every map. The asteroid base, Mustafar, Tatooine, possibly just about anything, even a space station. But yeah, I would also like for there to be some dogfight levels as well. But then again, land-to-space combat is pretty much doing both ground fighting and dogfights at the same time. So yeah, that is the biggest suggestion that everyone has been willing to ask for. Let me know what you guys have in mind for Battlefront 3 in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Mega News, and I'll see you all later. Love what you saw? Click the subscribe button for some more Mega News and other stuff.